coming up huge against Rocky.
If Win had won that first game, Shadow would be double MVP. But fortunately, they dropped the ball in the first game because Mega played their team fights very well, which was sad to see in their second game when they got a big team fighting composition. They couldn't play their team fights. Make me angry. Like Alistar, oh, horns, angry. Which, by the way, small criticism. Pop's played 2 games of Alistar now, but he keeps misplaying his ultimates. He keeps using his ultimates very late.
Very late, or when he gets
late.
caught out. Because he's often one of the targets that Win has been trying to catch out early on so that the ultimate's used right away and then he can't tank up damage in the ensuing fight. As we see, though, bans remaining pretty close to similar from what we saw in Game 1 and 2. Kiana and Irelia being banned out. Possibly the Karma as well. Win wasn't afraid to ban that one out on blue side themselves. Yuumi and Elise also being taken away by Mega. Seems like Elise has been actually a priority for a decent amount of these teams. They've been banning it out often.
Yeah, we saw it played yesterday in one of the matches, and it was used to pretty good success. Very good pick champion as well. So I don't think Mega want Win to get their hands on one of the strongest pick junglers, because we already saw what they could do with just Sejuani in the jungle. But Sivir ban coming out here is nice. Both teams have shown they want to play the Sivir. Oh, you've got to be freaking kidding me. They left Karma open.
The Karma has snuck through the draft.
What have you done? Mega!
Win's going to go ahead and pick it up.
Look at that ban rate.
Ban rate of 89%, and the one game it's played, it was ridiculous. It's going to get locked in. Mega, they do get priority. They'll get the Sejuani in the jungle. But the question becomes, how do you want to deal with this Karma that's been just so popular across multiple regions?
Roll over and cry.
That's your go-to?
Yep.
Oh, boy.
It's Karma.
Or Rocky could just bring out the cannon this time around. Says, all right, enough of this 1v1 in the top lane. I'm just going to play team fights.
Slight adjustment to Kennen coming in as well. He's not so much as a bully when it comes to the early top lane range versus melee matchups. Oh, Olaf is open.
Olaf and Karma being picked up here by Win. So you're going to have a Viking that's angry, has shields, and is running at you fast.
Yeah, let's see if this Olaf goes into the jungle or into the top lane. First time we're going to see him in the LST. I'm going to bring up one last time the Yamata Cannon tweet of Olaf is the new trap pick of 2019. Overtaking Jace. Doesn't think it's very strong, but a lot of teams are getting success with it in their scrims. You're not seeing what it comes
I'm not a big fan of the Ezreal pickup, but the Sivir was banned away. We'll have to see whether or not he's able to perform a little bit better than what we saw in Game 1 when it came into the matchup. But like we mentioned, he's going against Duel, a veteran of a couple different regions now, and G4 opting in for the Azir. It's pretty much Mega have stated. Team fights are what we're waiting for in the game.
Yeah, and they picked up a nice team fighting composition on the top side of the map already. I'm actually curious to see if this cannon is going to go top lane. Duel could take it into the bottom lane. He's got some nice attack speed buffs on his E. Scales very nicely late game. So his early damage has been taken off, which doesn't hurt him too much in the AD carry position. But we'll have to see. Could still be Rocky taking it. I expect Rocky to be taking that cannon to the top lane.
Another ban here, as Shadow not going to get the Camille this time either.
That makes me think that Mega really think Olaf's going into the jungle. Taking away some of Shadow's picks. It also makes me believe that they believe our hedge is playing Karma mid lane.
On top of that, too, it does allow Mega to also get a counter pick here. Possibly, too, for both the AD carry role and if they wanted to, like you mentioned, flex that Kennen elsewhere, even for top for Rocky. As yet, they have not put any priority onto the support, as we've seen the Alistar usually picked up before our ban rotation in the second phase for Pop. Renekton also banned out, so carries being isolated, and we're also going to get a Kai'Sa ban here, too. And a Thresh. Thresh, that's a respect ban over to Pop.
And just make sure he can't get that support pick that he'd like to play.
That would be a bit of a change up here for Duel.
Up
Lots
against
of range.
Ezreal as well. Good matchup for Caitlyn.
Good matchup. Currently sits at 100% win rate. Being picked only once, though, so far. And lots of range and a lot of front line. A lot of stuff in front of the Caitlyn that can look to try and separate the fight. And the Sylas going to be locked in here for win as well. It's a bit of a toss-up where everything's going. Unless we're going to run the Karma down in bot lane. Zoe's also going to get locked in here.
Yeah, I think that means we're going to get Zoe mid, either Silas or Olaf in the jungle. Whichever one's not in the jungle goes top lane with Karma support.
Ooh, but the Lux comes in from the side here of Mega in response to the Karma getting locked in. And we've seen the Caitlyn Lux combo a couple times now in a couple different regions throughout the season so far. Is if you get one snare, pretty much, you're either going to be dead or you're going to be forced to back, pretty much, because you're going to get layered on with another headshot proc from the trap as well from the Caitlyn. It can be rather difficult to deal with, especially if you're not able to avoid those snares coming out from the Lux.
Very oppressive lane, very poke-heavy lane. Karma should be able to mitigate some of that with her shields, and they have some poke down the bottom lane as well. Karma going to support, but it's not as strong as what, you know, a mid lane Karma, top lane Karma would be able to provide, but it is Olaf in the jungle with Silas in the top lane, so we'll be able to steal away Kennon's slicing Maelstrom. Very fun picks coming out from both Win as well as Mega. This is going to be interesting.
Well, we'll see here. We're going to go ahead and load on into Game 3 and see whether or not Win can go ahead and take the series overall and give Mega their first loss in the first week of summer. It's a blood moon here for our final game. More flying name bars too. And Shadow already jumping on here. I'd like to see how Shadow is on a Silas. I'm interested to see how this goes. If he kind of reminds me almost like Shine.
Just an interesting point before we move on about Shadow. That ward was swept away by both Libero as well as Shadow, so they don't know where Win are right now. They've lost the ward on the top side of the map. They could move over towards red buff. They could try and catch him out halfway between the turret. I don't think they will actually go for that play.
They might.
But look at
Rocky.
this. Mega are picking out towards red buff. Spot him out. There they are.
What's out, Rocky? All right, there it is. That is going to be Win rotating back down and likely just going to go ahead and steal away that red buff. So Rocky does leave with his life. In response, though, Mega do the same.
Good reaction coming from Mega. They understand the sweep. Problem means he's going to try and steal it, so they just go over towards his side of the map, take away his own red buff, and this could be a level 2 gank bottom lane.
We'll see here. That's a far push coming out from both the Ezreal and the Karma. And you got to figure, if you were able to get that quick steal off, that likely something's awry here. Lloyd is going to come nearby. Snare is going to be available here for Pop. He's going to leave it until the very last second. They don't even need the snare. And first blood goes on to Mega.
Yeah, mistakes were made there by Win's lane positioning. Kagami just teleport straight back to lane, but it still is first blood being picked up by Sejuani. We'd be pretty happy with that. Olaf will clear out her entire top side of the jungle, you know, pick up some farm for himself. But a little bit of a mistake. Kagame positioned very far ahead in the lane, trying to see if they were going to cut through the river or if they were going to come through the lane itself after that leash. Didn't expect the very early gank to come out from Sejuani. Well played from Mega to get that first blood.
Mega on to a good start here as we start off Game 3. Level 2 hit there by Win as well. We'll check back here. Series so far, the history has gone in favor of Duel, oftentimes amassing pretty big CS leads early on into the matchups. And even Pop soaking up a quick Mystic shot there to deny a little bit more CS as Duel's already stacking onto that total. You also see Hedge in mid lane playing pretty aggressive here so far. No real deep wards coming out from Win off that invade.
Yeah, well, our Hedge has already been able to knock G4 back quite a bit of damage. G4 going to use that time to go back to base as well. Kleptomancy. Kleptomancy Cannon Lori has a full inventory of items.
He's got biscuits. He's got some juice. He's got his health pots. He's also got, like, Fruit Punch for the additional attack damage, adaptive damage.
Typically, you want to try and sell those. They give you some nice little bits of gold, adds to the Kleptomancy total. That's been nerfed slightly. They're not worth as much as they used to be. But Rocky just trying to give Shadow a run for his money in this top lane, making it so it's difficult for him to farm. Lloyd coming back for round 2.
I like this from Mega, trying to exploit. And Pop was looking for the predict there on the snare. Not going to be able to land it, though, as no flashes are going to be burned. And Cleanse still available for the Karma. Opting for a very defensive summoner choice there, especially when you're going into the layering CC that could come out from this lane.
Oh, okay. So Pop threw out his shield there just to try and make sure that Lloyd wasn't forced back to base. You only get your recall cancelled if the damage deals damage to your hit points. So if you take damage on the shield, it doesn't cancel your back. You can see Pop actually threw out the W to mitigate the damage coming out from Ezreal's Q. Mitigated all the damage. Lloyd didn't trust him. He still cancelled.
Feels bad. Just trust your support. And Rocky, too. Quick burst of damage coming
Shadow's
in.
just like, look at this little tickling hamster. Oh!
Luckily for Rocky, he's got all those free health pots coming in, so he can take a little bit of harass here. And he's also not running on mana, so Shadow's been using a bunch of it to harass and also farm the wave up.
Number 9.14 means that Rocky's auto attacks do deal a pretty significantly less damage than Kenna used to, so difficult for him to try and poke him out effectively. Libero, though,
Lloyd
it's good damage here.
Also stealing away the big Krug and gets one of the little ones too. So we'll get the majority of that gold.
Good counter jungling coming out from Libero. Lloyd has spent a lot of time on the bottom side of the map, so Libero does have the timers on Krugs, on Red Buff, on the Raptor, so he's constantly making his way in towards his jungle. And now that he's one level ahead of Sejuani and being the stronger dueling jungle, he's happy to try and take it to him at the Krug camps, taking bits of experience away, trying to make sure he gets to level 6 first, maintains control, maintains the gold lead over Sejuani as well.
Take a look here toward mid lane. G4 now hitting level 6 himself. Lloyd still a little bit back, as that's going to be the Ignite used after picking it up off one of the minions. So G4 gets put down to about half health. Does have the refillable, so he'll soak up a little bit of that damage. Won't heal up completely, but nice harass coming out from the Zoe. And even possibly looking to catch out the Sejuani over toward the side as well. Additionally, too, like you mentioned, getting that counter jungling in, it has allowed Libero to also get a level advantage, and he just picks up another quick cap.
Thank you for the Scuttle Crab. I appreciate the 90 gold and your ward. Oh, wow, he's actually really tracking down Lloyd. He's got 2 levels over the Sejuani now, and this jungle just belongs to Libero. He's playing this so well. This is one of the reasons why Olaf is very strong in the jungle. You just can't quite duel against him.
And Lloyd's just going to back off. He isn't even going to try and go for the Wolves. I was waiting for Libero to actually just, become one with the Wolves and wait for the Sejuani to come around the corner. Not going to happen, though, as Lloyd makes his way up directly toward the top side, wants to secure that second red buff of the game. Doesn't want to lose out on that to Libero.
He's so far behind here, though, Opal. There's nothing much he can really do.
Level 6 already. Yeah, the Olaf's 2 levels ahead at this point.
They could actually try and charge down duel as well as Pop, but you can see how safe they're playing at the moment. Not going to be easy. Olaf, no hard crowd control, only the slow to try and slow people down, so needs them to be in a much more extended lane, but does relieve a lot of pressure away from Kagame, who again is behind by quite a sizable amount of CS.
What is really good, though, for that Olaf, even though he gets caught out, because he's done so much counter jungling, all his caps on the bot side of his map are still up for grabs, so he's not wasting too much time. He's able to continue farming away here. 51 CS so far. Still, once again, in this bot lane. Like, Duel, really good into the 2v2. Again, gets himself about a 20 CS advantage. One thing that is going well here for Mega is Rocky, this time around, is able to play safer and additionally not fall too far behind in CS like he has been with Shadow. I think the other thing, too, though, is we've not seen Libero necessarily gank as hard as he usually does, instead farming up to be more of that carry himself.
Libero's focus this game is not Rocky, it's on Lloyd. Lloyd's still level 5. He's yet to pick up his own Sejuani ultimate. Libero's also trying to take away some neutral objectives. Ocean Dragon to be picked up here. Winner just controlling the jungle very well. And Lloyd only just hitting level 6. So now Sejuani can try and make an impact.
Level 6 is here for Shadow if he wants to fully commit over toward the side. There it is. He jumps right on in. The damage is there. Rocky's going down low. Unfortunately, he will get taken out. Lloyd can't do anything. And unfortunately, it's about a minute until that stopwatch would have been available to try and counter it. And Shadow, once again, finding kills in 2v1s.
Shadow trying to make a case for another MVP round here, it seems. really good play. Was confident to go toe-to-toe against Rocky and use Cannon's own ultimate against him. Lloyd a little bit trigger happy as well, charging in when he couldn't get the knock up there, couldn't get the extra crowd control to lay down the passive stacks too. And I mean, Rocky, he was doing fine earlier, but now he's just been put in a hole once again. Really well played coming out from Win's top side of the map. Both Shadow as well as Libero are doing a fantastic job.
On the spot man in here, missing a mystic shot or two here on the Ezreal. Man, that CS lead.
And now what I really want to see is Rocky starts his teleport. I want to see Win burn his teleport. Get Libero up into top lane. Shadow's ultimate's going to come back off of cooldown faster than Rocky's. If you can get there in time, you can lock down Cannon, and then Olaf can just say, I don't care about crowd control, kill this stupid hamster, and put Rocky into the bin again. Take away that crucial piece of top lane, and then start to pivot gold around the rest of the map. And look at this preemptive move. Oh, Mega looked like they wanted to rotate. They still are. They're rotating Rocky into the bottom lane. They're saying, you know what? I don't want to take that gamble against Shadow anymore.
Oh, but he's going back up toward the top lane.
Okay. Look what's going on. Is Lux just going to be the top lane support now?
Possibly here. That or they want to really set up for this Rift Herald. The last two games win around that 10 to 12 minute mark have been pretty casual. They've been often pretty behavioral when it comes to this timing onto the Rift Herald. So
what the Jess is here as well, so it's just an 80 carry fight bottom lane, which I think Duel will be very happy with. He's already doing pretty well.
Big chunk there onto G4. He does have that sustained damage, though. If Hedge is not able to fully burst him down, G4 will be able to trade back enough. And
still hurts, though. If G4 had his full hit points there, it would be much more valuable in this fight. Lloyd?
He's going to get caught out by his own ultimate. Rocky's in there, gets into the back line. Lloyd's still alive, but unfortunately, Rocky is not able to do enough. He gets paddle starred over from the side here, and they're going to continue to chase him down through the jungle. A flash also used there, and Rift Herald is still going to be picked up by the side of Win as Hedge will finish him off. Rocky eliminated from the competition.
Lloyd throwing out the panic ultimate as well on Sejuani. You were right, they did move members over to try and set up to stop this Rift Herald, but panic ensued from the entire team, and it didn't work out the way Mega thought it would.
G4, the Bureau, saying, come on guys, just auto this, please. Snare's not going to land. Bit of a toss-up here. There it is going to be secured. That is the teleport, though, coming in from Rocky. Emperor's Divide coming out from G4. Now 3 members in the pit. Libero will be taken down here. So Mega are able to find something, but they don't pick up the Rift Herald.
And it's smart. Libero could have flashed over the wall, but he probably would have been hunted down anyway. But he gets Rift Herald. Actually, you know what? I would have liked to see Libero flash over the wall there and try and get away and use the Rift Herald enhanced recall. Let's pop him. G4 just pick up a free kill in the mid lane. But it's not going to matter too much to him. He got the objective. He got the Rift Herald. He gives back 300 gold for the 100 he gets the Rift Herald, and the turret plates he might be able to take down in the next 2 minutes. So I think that's a fair trade come out from Win, especially after they won the team fight leading up to it. Very even game still. It's top heavy with both Libero as well as Shadow doing very well against a bottom mid heavy game that's going in favor of Mega with G4 doing very well, and Duel putting on the same clinical performance he has all series against Kagami.
Look, Hedge here does have the Ignite available. Maybe looking at this Scuttle. Pop is going to run on by, and Pop is a very fast Lux right now. Got those Mobies completed. Wants to weave in and out of that lane. Trying to catch out the Ezreal or Karma. Rocky's still under pressure here toward top lane, and that's going to be the Rift Herald pop. So the game plan, we've seen it time and time again here by Win. They have themselves a Cannon ultimate. They're going to say, Rocky, what are you going to be able to do here? He has stopwatch available, so he can use it to delay the fight, and maybe Win gets a little too far forward. Oh, they get him before he can even pop the stopwatch, and underneath the tower, the flashes on in, and he finds himself a double kill. Rift Herald onto the tower, and that's going to be an extra chunk of gold into Win's pocket here for Game 3.
The Bureau knew that he had the damage to take down Sejuani. Big tower dives, and again, this is a play that you see out of the LPL all the time, and the duo from the LDL are able to make it happen time and time again. Spicy tower dives against Rocky. They take down first brick in the top lane on top of that, making it a nice 1,000 gold lead in favor of Win.
And Rocky decides that stopwatch is more important for a later fight, possibly here before he's able to complete the Zanyas. Possibly could have used that to maybe stall out that fight a little longer, but again, like you mentioned, the tower juggling between these two members from the LDL been spectacular here so far during their first series in LST.
Once again, Mega are putting so many eggs in the G4 and dual basket. Rocky and Lloyd are effectively becoming CC bots again, reminiscent of game number 1, where they're really relying on their 2 carries to try and pick up a lot. Oh, he's gone Drowsy.
Drowsy's there, and they're going to jump right on top of him. G4 flashes away, gets a little bit back to safety, but that Zoe's hunting him down, trying to get the extra proc from the Loons. Pop is also going to use the blasting cone, and Shadow, he's hunted, goes in for the flash, and the Proto Belt's able to find himself the quick kill. And the ultimate is going to tick. Oh, but G4 gets the safety. Shadow, what is this guy on?
I like this team. This team is bloody. I like. Ooh, they bring a whole new level of fiesta to the LST, and I love it. Win are just non-stop aggressive here against defending champions of Mega. And oh my god, it looks good.
It looks fun.
It looks so good, Opal.
I'm excited.
Oh my god.
I'm excited. I was a little sad I missed out on day 1, but I'm glad I got here for day 2 here for the first week, because getting to see this team debut for the first time. Again, this was the team that took down the likes of Resurgence during the qualifier. One of those, orgs that we expect to see in this competition when it comes to our regular season. But they were able to, upset them in some regards. Take them out and have to make them watch the summer season from home. Sent up here, the duo still looking for it. It is a 2v3, guys. Shadow,
like, please no, don't hurt me, Arrow.
G4 is a 0 pick.
I mean, it's getting a lot of damage done, but this Zoe is really working out for him. Seems like it's more of a comfort champion for him. He played it in the last match, looked good on it. Now he's looking even better in game number 3.
And just river control here. Look at this. Look at the ward coverage. There's nothing past the river except for the one ward up toward top lane in favor of Mega. Win are just closing the curtains here and making it so that Lloyd has to blindly check, has to waste a lot of time slowly pushing forward here, only to get harassed down here by the likes of this Olaf and the Karma supporting. Even a True Shot Barrage coming in during choke points. Anytime there's an opportunity to get a little bit of damage onto Mega, they take it.
Not even done yet. Bottom lane is Shadow.
I don't know if that's worth it.
I don't know if that's the ultimate you really want right there, Shadow, but okay.
Hey, he uses it immediately.
Uses it.
Uses it immediately so he can get the cooldown going at least. He's just trying to get a little bit of harass, We do have Gunblade completed here for Rocky. Infinity Edge online for Duel. Also just rocking straight into another BF sword. So
getting that damage nice and early.
Getting as much damage as they can early. I like this from the Ezreal, at least getting that Sheen right away, along with the Manamune.
He'll go to Ludenzaka later on.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he's going to get his nice little Frozen Fist, and it's Ludenzaka time, trust me.
He's there for one job, and that's to do some extra damage on the True Shot. We'll see whether or not it works here. Mega positioning themselves possibly for a dive onto Shadow. He does have a teleport. This tower is already pretty low, so it looks like Shadow's smart enough. He's just going to back off. So it's going to get taken down anyway, and they still got themselves a 1,200 gold lead.
But it seems like they're really hiding Kagame at the moment. They want him to try and pick up as much farm as possible, but it is hurting our hedge a little bit. They're both sharing farm in this mid lane. And G4's not too phased, but it's going to take a bit of poke damage. Ooh-wee.
True Shot Barrage. He gets over to safety, though, with the shuffle. 3 members down toward bot lane here, though, and Duel doesn't have that much mana. Libero is going to show himself now. The rest of the team, though, from Mega is nearby. Snare does land, does get knocked up, has to use his ultimate, so isn't going to be able to be CC'd here.
You can see Libero's first instinct, I go? Yeah?
No.
Yeah, we kill him. Let's go.
Oh, no.
Like, he gets hit by crowd control. He's like, turn on Ragnarok or fight, right? Fight. We fight. Yeah.
If I kill him.
No, back off. And he's like, no, we fight.
He's like, come on, man. I'm Karma. Let me just get a...
No, we
item.
fight. Let's go.
Come on. Let me get another support item before you do that. That's all he's asking.
He just runs away. He's like, we fight. and Spite's just angry with them. It's a very even game, though. There's only 1,500 gold separating these two teams at the moment. Oh,
a lot of gold.
Caitlyn again.
Oh, Shadow. They don't have mana here. That's going to be a
sidestep.
teleport. They got to finish him off faster. Libero is going to do just that. Rocky is going to trade back a kill, and here comes the rest of the team from Mega as they're able to find it. Shadow trying to last as long as he can, but G4 will put him down. So a nice answer coming out from Mega. But look at top lane. It's Hedge taking tier 2.
2 kills in trade for
They
1
2.
and a turret.
They got 2 turrets.
Ooh.
They got mid as
lane
well.
too. That's okay. I was going to say, good comeback coming up from Mega, able to find an opportunity to trade back. No, losing 2 turrets and trading a 2-for-1 is not a good trade in favor of Mega. Duel is trying its absolute hardest.
And Rocky's going to try and hard push this, but the rest of the team is already there. Teleport coming in also from the Zoe with the spell book. So
was there a change to Essence Reaver that I wasn't made aware of?
Essence Reaver right now, well, it got reverted a little bit ago, but I don't think there was any bigger change coming through. Again, the cooldown reduction has just been always nice to have on it.
Yeah, but on champions like Caitlyn?
Yeah, that's true, actually.
Does give you 20% crit chance as well as AD, so that does... It does... Oh, wait, no. It gives you 25%. Okay, I understand it now.
Okay.
It gives you, if you tie it up with your Infinity Edge, that's 50% crit already, and it's just pure raw damage. That's nice. I can't believe I missed that. When did I miss that change? I know it got reverted back, but I didn't know that.
Yeah, I thought it was still 20.
I'm actually a Muppet.
It's because we've been playing too much TFT Fish, let's be honest.
I was in 9.13.
Okay. So we haven't done... Oh, they get the catch, though, on the duel. And that will find the damage. Shadow is able to, and pop! Almost goes boom. As he's down to just a sliver of health from the Zoe combo. And Shadow, man, he keeps stealing these ultimates, and it looks so good. Every time he's been on 3 champions here so far, Fish.
3 champions, and he's put on a clinic for all 3 today, playing very well, Shadow. The duo coming from LDL has really made a huge difference for Win. I mean, Mega were uncontested besides Empire's nice cheeky runs in game 1 and 3 of the grand finals. Besides that, nobody could touch this team. And Win have done so first day, even with the change of duel being added to the team of Mega.
That's going to be the 3rd dragon of the game secured here by Win. They also got the last outstanding first-tier tower in bot lane. That's also going to be the Azir tower falling, as it was put down by G4 in a bit of panic. And oh! You like to see that, Fish.
That's nasty.
That's when you get to see all your solo lane and then your jungle at the top of the gold standings.
Jungle's number 2 as well, thank you very much. Libero is a bloody carry of a Viking at the moment.
He's got the Black Cleaver completed. Hedge has to be a little bit careful here. He's going to use the bubble.
Hedge is also having a very good game.
G4
though.
G4
oh, no.
Getting super aggressive here, but G4, he's caught out. Oh, the blasting cone separates the team. Hedge tries. G4, he won't go down as he's able to find himself a kill. And Mega playing a little bit of happy feet around the blasting cone and ends up paying off.
I tried so hard to pick up that last kill. Unfortunately, whiffed his flashes. Oh my goodness.
I like this team still, Fish.
What is going on?
Just ramping up the fiesta meter on LST. I'm liking it. I'm giving this right now, you know, it's about a 6, about 5 to 6. Oh, Shadow. Seals the Lux ultimate. Gonna try.
Minions.
Got some minions. Turret, though, is taken in top lane, meanwhile, so G4 is also able to pick something off on top of the kill that they're able to find.
Remember, it's only a 2,000 gold difference, and Mega do have a very big Azir who can dish out quite a bit of damage in these fights. So as much as Shadow and Arhedge are, Shadow, Libero, and Arhedge are, threats right now, it's not like Mega are out just yet. And Caitlyn with 3 items is going to be painful.
Let's take a look here. This was, again, around the blasting cone, where Hedge was getting pretty aggressive. You see that just upfront burst damage from G4 is still pretty lethal.
He says, I'm going in, doesn't see the old off there. He's like, I've made a mistake!
I'm sorry.
He does
Look at Hedge. Oh, he uses everything trying to get out.
He does disengage with the blast cone still there. G4 makes a cheeky play. Hesh just goes jump, flash jump, and dies to it.
A little unfortunate. Win looking to position themselves toward the Baron, and still it's dark on that bot side of the map. No reason for any wards, though, to come out from Mega. Nothing really to contest. Turrets are already taken. More focus is, of course, going to go toward our Baron.
Which is up, and 24 minutes in, it's definitely something Win could try and posture towards. Olaf takes it down very quickly. He's got his Black Cleaver, Warrior's Enchantment, and a Hex Trinket to boot, just to mitigate some of the magic damage that will come out from, 4 of the players coming in from Mega.
He's probably Ezreal's building a Loons still. He's going for it. He likes that Loons fish.
It is a meta build, so why not? You do your meta things.
Rocky jumps in immediately. That's going to be the ultimate being touched there, and Rocky has the stopwatch available, uses it at the last second. Shadow, though, will finish him off underneath the tower, and Rocky, you can't escape death.
Oh my god, Rocky just regretted his decision immediately, and that stopwatch being burnt too there, Opal. Not a big team fight, not a flashy play, burning it only to die later onto Shadow, who gets another solo kill against the veteran top laner of Mega.
Honestly, all the veterans here on Mega have been easily outclassed in some regards during this series at times.
Duel is having the best games so far.
Duel is trying his hardest here for
the
Mega.
team is doing very well.
Yeah. But, G4, this matchup a couple times now, Hedge has been able to, get a step on him. Libero's been honestly out jungling Lloyd here in this game.
Oh, yeah. 150 CS to 100 right now. His Olaf pick has been working out very well for him.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's a sleepy pig.
I don't think Hedge actually really wanted to go for it, though.
No, of course not.
I'm just saying, it's weird for this team. Your Shadow, who's tried to steal a Sejuani ultimate to try and pick off a low-health Azir from, half a screen away. It wouldn't shock me if he tried to go for the Killfish. Scuttle is going to be secured. Very helpful if a Baron fight were to break out. Having that extra bit of movement speed can always be a very big deciding factor, especially for those messy team fights.
About 3 items complete for Ezreal. He's got his Manamune complete, Ludens, as well as his Icy Fists ready to go. Duel getting towards 75% crit chance with that Zeal item coming up shortly.
I'll give it here to Kagame. This time around, not extremely down in CS, as we've seen to the other 2 games during this series. Has actually been able to continue to keep farming up. It doesn't feel like this Ezreal this time around is just kind of a poke bot every once in a while with the True Shot Barrage. It feels like he could add a lot to the fight still.
He's not as far behind as he was when he was playing against Duel Sivir. I think that's the key factor here. Sivir, Duel doesn't have 3 items, whereas Ezreal does, albeit cheaper items coming in for Ezreal. So, he's not out of this game, and he's not, 3 items against a 6-item Sivir. I think that's the big difference, so he can still contribute to these fights the same way that Duel can in these fights as well.
We see Rocky actually hard pushing here toward the top side of the map. G4 gets caught out in Shadow.
You gotta be kidding
He's been
me.
using these ultimates better than Lloyd has. It's not even his bloody champion.
2 Mountain Dragons being picked up as well, so Win will rip through these turrets. Bottom lane turret is incredibly low as well. Minions might be enough to deal with that. I know they just rotate over to say, you know what, let's just take everything. Why not?
Pings are out. You also get the Karma there if you wanted some extra move speed. And they also get the bubble onto the cannon. So that's going to be the 6th tower of the game now for Win. True Shot Barrage comes out, does not find its target, but they are being aggressive here.
Shadow.
Duel has to be careful. Only down to half health.
Oh
and he's
my
ticking.
God.
He isn't going to get taken down here. Here comes Shadow. He doesn't find the target, though, as you can see Duel was able to use his heal and flash to get back to safety, but that will be the inhibitor. And damn, Shadow, he's quick on his feet, Fish.
I think Win they just flexed on him. That was a big flex. Oh my God.
He almost ticked out to the corrupting potion, too, that was coming out from Hedge. He was trying, this team, fractions of a health bar away.
Mega are being ripped apart by Win right now. Shadow and Libero are having a field day in this best of 3 series. RH really stepping up in the last 2 matches. I mean, Kagame was put down and has been put down in every single match by Duel, but still contributing, not falling down, not falling as far behind it as he did in the last 2 matches. And what a team. I'm really excited to watch Win grow in the LST because this is only one of the 7 matches they'll be playing.
Another factor here for Win, they've been keeping up their elemental drakes pretty often here in this game. You're now sitting at 4 yourself. There's going to be a 3rd ocean drake. It might even matter though. They keep catching out members like this. Might end the game before even we get to an elder situation as they're positioning themselves around this Baron. Control wards coming out from Mega. They're just trying to get as much as they can over the wall, but that's pretty much all they have. Pigs are there. They're just going to go ahead, clear out some wards. Rocky does have it. Edge gets caught out here, but Shadow once again instantly steals it away, and G4 will be taken out. Lloyd flashing on over to the wall. Rocky is there. Shadow, though, continues to follow forth, and that is going to be now 2 kills in favor of Win. And they want to continue going forward. Drowsy is going to knock him down and takes Rocky damn low at this point. Pop using the shield.
That's Baron.
That should be Baron.
I just don't know what Mega can do anymore. It's just such a tanky lineup from Win that they keep running through. The poke that comes out from Ezreal as well as Zoe's too much. Karma providing all the utility as well. It's just a disaster of a game right now for Mega. And they're just brute forcing their way through. No minions, I don't care.
Inhibitor going to be started up here.
They're going to get Baron while they're pushing.
Yeah, and getting in the inhibitor. And they still got minions in this base. And you also have Shadow just clearing out minions with Lux Ultimate at the same time here. 2 inhibitors once again for Mega. This is the 3rd time I've had to say it this series. That was not something I was expecting to say.
Every single game that Win have played against Mega, they've taken those 2 inhibitors down first. And it was the first game that was a comeback thanks to G4 as well as Duel. But in this match, they don't have the luxury of being very far ahead of RH as well as Kagame. They're almost even, and it's costing them so much here, Opal. Shadow and Libero just look incredibly strong. Incredibly strong.
You also have this Olaf that's had this GA now for about 4 to 5 minutes. They haven't been able to pop it, so you're going to have to kill the Olaf twice. On top of now this Karma that has the Crucible too, to provide some CC cleanse for the other side. It's going to be a tough one here. What will Mega try and do is they now have to stall out this Baron buff for the next 2 minutes and 40 seconds. And when in doubt, go to the basics. Death Brush being applied, but instantly caught out here by Win as they're not falling for it. And Hedge just goes up to the top lane and says, all right, I'm going to escort these minions on over and try and push now for this final inhibitor tower. And Mega looking like they're on the brink of defeat, possibly here, as the siege is getting set up here on toward the side of Win.
7,000 gold lead coming. Oh, God, just make it stop. Win! You've got, that's just, it's no! Not okay. They get the Olaf pick. They wreck through the jungle of Lloyd. Lloyd gets put down behind. Spills over to Rocky. Duel can't maintain his lead, and G4 only can go even against this Zoe, and they've broken the base.
Duel.
All 3 inhibitors are now. Oh no, G4.
G4's caught out. That might be the nail in the coffin here. You got super minions pouring into the base, and they are just going non-stop as Win can just easily shred apart these turrets. Rocky, final ditch effort into the back line, but you see those health bars. They're still way too damn healthy, and like that, our LST champions from Spring are going to be defeated on day 2 of week 1.
Resurgence, check. Mega, check. Oh, that's 2 big names that they have taken down already. Resurgence eliminating them from the qualifiers, not allowing the Giants of Singapore to come back into the tournament. And then their first games against Mega, and Win just go, yeah, no problem. Even the first game could have been a victory going in favor of Win. Woohoo! That's some League of Legends.
We got some spice now in the LST. We say it's fun. We say it's spicy, but now it's actually spicy. This is hot. The
only thing that Mega can do now is go and lick their wounds because they don't get to play against Win unless they meet them in the playoffs, and that's if Mega get out of playoffs.
Yeah, and that's it's a double round. It's not a double round robin here in the group stage.
Single round robin.
Single round robin over the next couple of weeks, so they won't see them again until playoffs, and you would almost want to face them again because that level of competition. for Mega was not really seen during spring.
But I like what they're doing here, Win, because Win are bringing a game plan in the early and mid game to the LST, which we don't see too many teams do. Can't remember where in this game. Oh, this was the simple catch out here. They try to catch out R-Hedge, and then just don't watch them. Watch Shadow. Shadow just goes, thanks for the ultimate. I'm going to lock you down.
Libero. Oh.
And then Libero's like, yo, backlines. He doesn't care about anything.
Soldiers just phased through him at that point. And Lloyd is going to be followed up there as another kill. And that was kind of really where this game was solidified in place. Rocky wanted to maybe turn that one around, but the trouble bubble denies him. And we take a look at our post-game stats. In the end, it's a 2-1 Series 2 win. And the goal graph tells the story here.
Yeah, in control for the entire game. And they just took it home at the very end. Well played coming out
Look
from
at Shadow. 23,000 damage.
Oh my god. They better give that one to Libero, though. Libero better get it.
Yeah, Libero had a spectacular game.
Shadow's going to get it, but Libero, just saying, Olaf in the jungle.
Olaf looks like a Viking. Wink, wink. We'll see here. Turret's taken there. There it is, just for you, Fish.
Yes. This is the correct decision.
Good.
This is the correct decision. All right. I mean, he dominated the jungle. He made it so that Lloyd couldn't get anything done. 2 levels ahead. Level 6 to level 4 Sejuani. Lloyd was offline for the early game, took so much of his jungle away. He was starving for resources and then transitioned that power to Shadow in the top lane. And as soon as Shadow got hold of that power, he was able to set up all those plays that he could on Sylas and just rotated that towards the bottom side of the map. If there's one criticism for Win, is they need to go and study their bot lane. Something's not working for them.
It definitely carried from the top side of the map. When it comes to the bot lane, though, if they go against anyone who seems to even just be remotely veteran as far as the scene goes.
Well, I like what R-Hedge is doing in the mid lane for Win. I like that he was confident going up against G4, picking up the Aatrox pick. Didn't scale well and got shut down a little bit in the mid game. But then he gets 2 Zoe picks, plays very well in the champion. So I like what R-Hedge is doing in the mid lane. It's not flashy. It's not the same as the caliber the 2 LDL players have brought to the table in terms of top lane jungle synergy, but it's stable and it's good. Bottom lane, I like what the Jess is doing on his support. He's playing very well, but Kagame needs to be looked at. Something went wrong in this series against Duel. It's not like he had the worst of matchups of all time, but falling behind 100, 200 CS in that first game, 70-odd CS in the second, and 50 in the third, that is not a good sign. They need to clean up that bottom lane play.
Well, just a quick recap of today. We did see Axis take home the 2-0 victory and Mega falling 2-1 to the side here of Win, and those are going to be our results here for our first week here during
Mega
summer.
5th place, lol.
That's weird. That's weird to see. That's extremely weird. Otherwise, though, Steel Wolves, Axis, all I expect there.
I'm really excited. I really want to know when Axe play against Win, because then we're going to get Shine versus Shadow. Oh,
that will be
I
fun.
want Shine versus Shadow.
We'll see here. As always, though.
Hey, 50% chance it's on next Sunday.
Possibly.
I know. No. But yes, 50% chance it's on Sunday. I can't remember the schedule.
We'll see here. This is, of course, next Saturday. We'll have Liab taking on AP, and then Insurgents taking on Mega. And we'll see whether or not Mega will be able to bounce back. I feel like that should be a matchup that they should be able to regain some confidence easily, though. But that leaves a mental scar. You just came out of spring pretty much undefeated. You go into MSI and you kind of underperform from a lot of expectations.
I think that's probably the best game for Mega to lose.
Yeah.
Because now it's like, well, that's done and dusted. Let's just improve.
Well, thank you guys for joining us here this weekend. We'll see you next week for more C-Tour action.
strong. Let's do it, man. Let's go.